run it back, 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 run it back. Lost everything I ever wanted it back. Got a problem, never run from that. Have fun with that. Get the W, then double.
We are down on the Bayou as you get a look inside the Superdome here in New Orleans. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the New Orleans Saints. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now a third-round pick a year ago. Here's Rachaad White. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down. And you look at this Saints defense. They played extremely well last week in that win over the Packers.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the 22 now, here's second down and 7. Off the play fake, Levis. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down.
He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience is early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football.
Levis to throw off play action. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards.
And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up first and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Gets past one man, and he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's second and 2.
Well, this defense for the Buccaneers, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there, every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The Saints at 3-0 here in the month of September. And they've got to be pleased with the start of this season, obviously.
Yeah, and you're talking about 3 good quality wins. It's got people in the locker room excited. Not overly so, but that quiet confidence is starting to build. They're starting to believe that this could be their year if they stay on track.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On play action, it's Carr. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Quick throw to Olave. And he is going to lose yardage here. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Well, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. The kick by Lutz is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one. This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Well, they go play action. Here's Levis. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. You can look at this Saints defense. There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
So prepping for this game, I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now here's Levis now on 3rd and long. That's complete to Palmer. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
I would say just add that one to the total of big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far and really excited about what they expect to see down the road.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. First down, here's White. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one. Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 2. First and goal following that gain of 17. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
White. Trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Good work there, holding him out on first down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Second and goal from the 1. White. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
On second down, Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
Now a play fake. Carr. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
They run straight ahead here with White. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That was another good run, and he's having an excellent day. And right now, I don't think his team could have any more confidence in handing him the football.
From the 21, here's 2nd down and 2. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Here's White. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Once again, it's White. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Rachaad White with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bucs are able to add on to that lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. On the return, here's Rashid Shaheed. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so try to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter. But you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
The Carr's throw complete there to Johnson.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 4.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Here's Kamara trying to run for it.
And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
17 there and a New Orleans first down.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Now Carr throwing on second down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
The offense on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. On play action, now Carr. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 16. A big third down pickup of 20 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Carr. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on third down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Carr going to throw. And that's incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
And able to get this out to the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first. Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set. 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Oh, design run for their wideout. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Not your conventional play call, but that's okay. You probe the defense a little bit with some of everything in your playbook. That way they have to account for everything as the game moves on.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Back-to-back